What's up, lore masters? Today we'll be breaking down the Galaxy X Dreadnought class, sometimes known as the Galaxy X, Galaxy 10, Galaxy Dreadnought, and hey, isn't that ship from the TNG series finale? This lore is going to be on one of those ships that is heavily requested, but like many other vessels, there's not a ton of information on it. Until that day, where they do go more in depth on the class, we'll be looking at what we know of the Galaxy X and Alpha Canon, the possible implications of that knowledge, and then breaking down the Beta Canon mechanics to it. The only observed instance of the Galaxy class, that I'm aware of at least, is what we see in an alternate timeline that never comes to fruition in Alpha Canon, at least as of the upload of this video. The vessel is a Galaxy class variant that includes a spinal phaser lance, phaser cannons, cloaking device, and additional nacelle. We don't know much on the tech breakdown, however the ship did one-shot a Negvar class vessel that had its shields up with one volley from the spinal phaser lance, so it's quite powerful. Additionally, the ship had the capability of going at least warp 13, which of course meant that everyone on the Enterprise D that we see in the episode All Good Things are going to be salamanders that will be mating with each other. Just saying. What more interests me is the implication of the design we see versus the design itself. The ship was the Enterprise D, this we know for a fact. That means that the original Galaxy-class vessel can be modified to a much more powerful variant. This makes the vessel more like a warship in my opinion. Also, we do know the technical breakdowns of a Negvar ship, and that is powerful to say the least. And just to put a finer point on it, we do see how devastating a Negvar ship can be at the first battle of Deep Space Nine. So the creation of a weapon that could take down a Negvar with its shields up is scary. We also see the use of cloaking technology, meaning an annulment, at least to some degree, of the Treaty of Algernon. I'd also be curious if what we see is the Advanced Federation cloaking technology that allows you to go through matter, or if it is the standard cloaking technology that we see from the Romulans. On that point, here's an interesting theory. Would the Romulans have allied with the Federation to help Starfleet against the Klingons? Would Romulus pretend to be peaceful to ensure a destabilization of the quadrant? This would explain the annulment of the Algernon Treaty as well as the use of cloaking technology. Many have brought up the use of Warp 13 and related it to what is seen in the Voyager episode Threshold. While I did take a swipe earlier, I would theorize that the dialogue probably indicates a revamping of the warp scale yet again. Given that this is an alternate timeline from Voyager, it would make sense that we see inconsistent terminology and technologies. It's arguably none of these events would happen. And again, an intriguing part of this, for me at least, is the movement from a peaceful and exploratory organization to that of a military one when we take a look at Starfleet. It's telling that no matter what future alternate timeline we see the Federation in, it's always one of war. Looking at the Beta Canon history, as defined by Star Trek Online at least, we know that the Galaxy class received a minor but substantial refit after the collapse of the Khitomer Accords in 2399. These ships, among others, would be equipped with more powerful weapons and cloaking technology as was previously discussed. The ships were on the front lines during the Fourth Klingon Federation War, and the class was utilized by the Terran Empire and would lead several different invasions into the Prime Universe. Looking at the ship itself, it would be equipped with 17 phaser arrays, 3 torpedo launchers, 1 dual phaser cannon, and a phaser spinal lance. Additionally, it had shuttlecraft, worker bees, shuttle pods, runabouts, and a captain's yacht. A lot of people love the Galaxy refit, and given that it is quite clearly a ship made of war, I have to wonder why a bit, and that includes me when it comes to who loves this vessel. Do we enjoy it because we want to see war in our Trek, or just because it's something new? I'm honestly not sure. But those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next Lore Reloaded.